Sorry for the delay, folks. 15 minutes delay, but some technical issues that we are dealing with. Hi, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this live session that we will be now conducting on the last Sunday of every month. Rishabh.
Yes.
So, two things that I want to talk about. First one is the questions that come in to us, questions and
So we will take questions in some time. Let's begin by introducing Ask Ajay sir and monthly Q&A
ask
session.
Ajay sir, yeah, and the monthly Q&A. No? Ask Ajay sir. Ask Ajay sir is a regular activity that we have been doing. We've been doing this for a while now, and many questions come from around the world.
Yes.
Uh, it's a good thing that I'm being able to reach people in different parts of the world. It gives me immense pleasure. So two things. Ask Ajay sir is a regular Q&A session that we do. You can ask any questions related to the to building careers in the travel and tourism industry. Uh, Questions about the travel and tourism industry also. Basically, I have been involved in making careers for all the young people who come. Uh, we do the courses. We do the IATA courses. We are the IATA Authorized Training Center here in Ahmedabad, and we are the first authorized training center in Gujarat. Been doing it for 20 years now. So basically, building careers. So any questions related to your careers, you can post those questions to me. You can write those questions. We will answer those questions. We keep on answering those questions as and when they come in
Yes.
regularly. We keep on answering those questions. And the other thing that Rishabh has suggested and we've decided to do is the monthly
Yes.
Q&A. See, when you ask me questions on platforms like Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, I always get a chance just to reply to those questions. There is not much of interaction that happens on those. To make it more interactive, we have decided that we will, on the last Sunday of every month, we will do a Q&A session on which I'll be live, like how I am today, so that we can interact, and we can have a two-way communication. Thanks to the technology, it allows us to do it, so we should take advantage of that. So these are the two things basically that we are announcing today. Keep on pouring your questions. We'll answer it on a daily basis. If you have anything that you need to check with me, and you would like to communicate with me, then you can always make sure to be there on the last Sunday of every month. 11 a.m. is the time
Yes.
that we have decided.
Yes.
11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So please check according to which time zones you are in, and do connect with us and do connect with us. So Rishabh, what else do you want?
So we
To
would
say?
like to share the details of how we have got All India toppers in 2018.
Three All India toppers in 2018. It was a great achievement at the institute, and went off very well. 2018. We begun 2019 also now. The first examination session happening on 3rd of March. That's next week, exactly a week from now. We keep on the day of the convocation, we keep on making these videos with all our students, and we also have the toppers of India toppers who we interview. So you would have been able to see those. If you all have not seen those, and if you want to go back and watch those videos, we have a channel of our own on YouTube. That's called the International Travel and Tourism Institute, the channel. And there are many videos. It's not only India toppers, but there have been a lot of alumni who have come here back to the institute when they are invited to do the honors for the graduates. That's the time when we interact with them. They help us spread the word. So we have a channel of our own. On that, you have a lot of videos about the industry information also. I put in a lot of industry information. In India, the aviation industry is in a big boom now. So we talk about many of those things. We talk about facts and figures. We talk about projections, how it's going to be in the next few years, because all the youngsters who are now looking forward to making their own careers, all these people would be inclined towards making a career in the travel and tourism industry also. So you can go there. YouTube, we have our own channel. Uh, we have a Facebook page of our own, and yeah, we have Instagram also now.
So we would also like to ask the audience about their suggestions on how often would they like us to come live and
Hmm.
answer their questions.
Yeah, I think to begin with, we are okay with a Sunday, last Sunday of every month. Let's fix that schedule
Yes.
and let's keep it to that, Rishabh, so that everybody knows that I'm going to be there on every last Sunday of every month. So then we'll see how we go on that. So for the moment, I think we should leave it there because everybody should know, and we should have a fixed schedule of doing this. And at a later stage, might be we'll take that up and ask the audience how often would they want us to interact with them. Next Sunday it's the IIT exam. Any suggestions? So last week, just 1 week remaining. Go do the online exam. The online exam helps you a lot. IITA puts up these uh, practice exam. So go do that practice exam. Focus on that. That's my suggestion, and do big revisions just in the last week. It's just the last week now. I think Bhavir, I don't know where you are from, Bhavir, but I would like to wish you all the very best. Uh, Go through everything. It's just 1 week away, and as I told you, the online practice paper helps you. The online practice paper helps you a lot. So please go ahead, do that. Yeah. Good luck. All the very best for your exam.
So there's one question which always keeps coming to us,
Hmm.
and that is that should one wait for the graduation to get over to pursue this course, or is it better to do it before?
See, the foundation, Travel and Tourism Foundation Diploma, IATA suggests that 10 plus 2, that's after your 12th standard, anybody can do it. Uh, you can start off at that time. It's a great time to start off. Don't wait for your graduation. Of course, when you go out to seek a job, many companies, many airlines would ask you for a graduation. But meanwhile, what I suggest to all the students is that it's always good to start young. Catch them young. So if you do this course immediately after your 12th standard, what happens is if you don't get a job with an airline, you will definitely land up somewhere in the industry, working with a travel agency or with a tour operating company. They don't ask for a graduation, that you have to be a graduate. Many companies don't ask if you have the IATA qualification. They're willing to offer you jobs, and you can always start working. So by the time you finish your graduation, the 3 years that you put in, um, uh, you are already, you already have an experience of 3 years. 3 years of experience is great by the time you graduate. And when you're applying to these airline companies, you don't only have your graduation certificate, but you also have a IATA globally recognized and the best, considered to be the best qualification in the industry, the topmost qualification in the industry. The IATA qualification is considered the topmost qualification. So you are way ahead of the rest who want to apply for those jobs. So yeah, that's a big advantage.
And can students do this course even before the 12th standard? Is that possible?
Before the 12th standard, I would no, because that's the minimum qualification that you require before you get onto this course. 10 plus 2. So please wait, finish your 12th standard, and then immediately after your exams, you can come join the course.
And so, another question which keeps coming is now, if a student has done their ITA course and they've done it immediately after their 12th standard, so should they, because this course is powerful enough to get them a job, so most of the people would want to do away without their graduation and do this course and start working. Is that suggested or?
No, I would never suggest that because graduation has its own importance. Graduation has its own importance, and we should not lose focus from that. Even by doing this course, even if you get a job, I have always encouraged all my students to pursue their graduation because even later in their careers, say for example, they put in 3 or 4 years, and then there is a position which is opened up, which opens up in the organization. To grow in those organizations, also sometimes they definitely would ask for that qualification, of being a graduate. So if you have not done that, then you might lose out. Then you might lose out on that opportunity of growing. So I would recommend and I would suggest very strongly, please go ahead, finish your graduation also. Don't just rely on this certificate of IATA. It'll open the doors for you to get into the industry. But then, as I said, you should do your graduation also.
And so, for all the new people who have subscribed to us on YouTube, can we just briefly talk about the foundation course in travel and tourism diploma and how does this course help them to get into the travel and tourism industry for all the new audience?
Hmm. Okay, so foundation, as the name suggests, it creates a great foundation for you to start off working in the industry. It's a very vast course. It brings you up after you finish this course. Though it's called a beginner's course, but it brings you up to an intermediary level where you can where you can just go and uh, you can go and quickly uh, sorry, give me yeah, you can get to that intermediary level where you can get to that intermediary level where you can start working in the industry. This course not only provides you the basic knowledge, but it also gives you a lot of knowledge about the entire industry. It covers geography in depth. It talks about the time zones, different time zones of the world. It talks about hotels. It talks about tour operations. It talks about cruises. It talks about car and camper holidays. It talks about railways. It talks about airline guides, flight guides. It talks about the travel information manual that is very widely used in the travel and tourism industry for people who travel international. All the knowledge that you get from that the travel information manual, it talks about that. And it also talks about fares, calculating international airfares and ticketing. So it's basically, and the GDS, not to forget, because today in today's day and age, everyone has to know or has to have the knowledge of the global distribution system, the systems that are used in the industry. So it covers everything, it's a real fantastic course to do. So many of our students have, even after doing this course, just after pursuing this course, they become entrepreneurs also. They become entrepreneurs also. Apart from getting jobs, they become entrepreneurs. So it brings you to that level where you can, do something on your own also. It's a great course to do. So please go ahead, pursue the IATA Foundation in Travel and Tourism. Yeah, that's a great course for beginners, all the beginners. Thank you very much. Somebody has written, appreciate your efforts. Thank you for your appreciation. Um, Humbled.
So now there's a larger chunk of audience. We always say that we should catch them young,
Hmm.
but then there are a lot of people who who are interested in doing this course,
Hmm.
and they are 25 plus, 30 plus, 35
Hmm.
plus.
Doesn't
Right?
matter. Doesn't matter. Catch them young is an advantage, Rishabh. That, but if you've gone past that age, and if you're at 25 and 30, somebody asked me just recently. Somebody told me that, sir, I'm 26 years old, and can I do? Of course, it's not necessary that you can do this course only at 18. I've had people especially the girls who are homemakers, once their children are independent, so in their early 30s or mid 30s, these people come and do the course with me. And they have, these girls also, these homemakers also have carved a great career for themselves. I've had so many such people, such girls who come and done, women who come and done this course, even after having children. Once their children are a little independent, they come and pursue this course, and they've done well for themselves. So it's not necessary. At a younger age, it can be an advantage for you, but there are no age bars. There are no age bars to do this course. Anybody at any time can pursue this course.
So do we have any questions coming from Instagram?
Well, we had one about the exam last week. I had a couple of questions. One of the girls, I think from Ghana, asked me this question, if she can come and join the institute here. Yes, you are most welcome. You can visit our website, which is www.ittih.com. Fill up the form, and we'll get in touch with you with all the formalities that you'll have to do. You're most welcome. We are beginning a new batch on the 10th of April. So if you're ready to come at a short notice, it's still more than a month away though. And if you can prepare and come, you're most welcome. Another question that I would like to answer was from UAE. Somebody asked me a ticketing course. Yeah, look up the IATA website and find out the nearest ATC to you, because you've written that you're based in UAE. If you would have written Dubai or Abu Dhabi or Sharjah, where you are based in UAE, I would have given you the information. But you can always go up on the IATA website to find the closest ATC. And of course, the ticketing courses also help you. I would still recommend that you do the foundation course, and you can get on. Dubai is a great market for travel and tourism industry, and it's huge there also. And I'm sure you'll get a lot of opportunities to work in the travel and tourism industry. And as I said, as I always say, that IATA qualifications are considered to be the topmost qualification in the industry. So you can always, look forward to doing those.
So
Good luck.
another question is now, is this course alone good enough for a very powerful career in the industry, or should one also supplement this course with some other course which might help them in the advancement in the travel and tourism
See,
industry?
IATA offers more than 250 courses. The industry is so vast, the industry is so huge. To begin with, you can always begin with this, because I find this course great value in this course. Uh, Apart from this, of course, the more you educate yourself, the better it is going to be. There is no two ways, because education makes you more powerful. Education makes you more powerful. There are many other courses. I mean, after doing this at the foundation level, you can go on to do your consultant level. You can go on to your GDS based ticketing. You can go on various other courses. Handling the travel business also, managing the travel business is another good course. So I would always recommend that, yes, you can always, you should go ahead and do more courses. Education will make you more powerful, for sure. But even IITA recommends that it's after doing a foundation course, you may do this. You may work for a couple of years in the industry and then step on to the next one.
So Faizan from YouTube is asking if we also provide a ticketing course.
Yeah, air ticketing is a part of this foundation course, Faizan. So as I said, that it's a very vast course, the foundation in travel and tourism. Air ticketing is a part of it, so you can come join. 10th of April, we are starting a new batch. 10th April 2019. It's a Wednesday, so you can get in touch with us, Faizan.
And if students want to be a part of a fresh batch, then how many times during the in a year do we run fresh batches?
We begin batches at least 4 times a year, because IATA conducts examinations 4 times a year. So our new batches would also begin 4 times every year. But in between also, if there is a big number, if there's a bigger demand, then we always have. But we have regular batches. Every 2 months, we begin a new batch. So you should watch our website for that, for the announcement of the new batches.
So air ticketing full course or only basic course is the same question Faizan is asking.
Well, as I said, the foundation in travel and tourism, that's what I would recommend. Air ticketing is a part of that course. So you should do the foundation course and you have everything, air ticketing also in that. I would recommend doing the foundation in travel and tourism.
So Winston Abraham has a question that he has completed his graduation, and
Hmm.
if he does IATA, then what will be his starting salary?
Um well, I have answered this question many times. All youngsters, they are all concerned about salaries. There is no doubt about it. The travel and tourism industry is, you cannot compare it with any other industry, but in comparison to a IT industry, or it may not pay you as much as the other industries pay, but the growth in this industry is very, very fast. I can assure you of that, because the more efforts you will put in, and if you will be if you show your willingness to grow, seek those responsibilities, shoulder those responsibilities, the growth is very fast. As compared to the other industries, as I said, the salaries may be lower, but the perks are very huge. You get to travel the world, Abraham. Uh, that's the biggest perk that you get in this industry. No other industry gives you that kind of an advantage, of traveling the world. So that's the biggest perk that I would add up. And as I said, the growth is very fast. So please don't bother about your starting salaries, even if they are not, if even if it doesn't give you that kind of satisfaction. I would say step in, go look around, see how you grow, and then you can continue in the industry.
There's a question from Sai, and he is asking, do we have any eligibility for this course? Is there any eligibility for this course if they want to do it?
12th standard. only after 12th standard. Anybody can do it. Sahil, I don't know if you've done your graduation already or you're pursuing a graduation. Let me know. But immediately after 12th standard, that's when you get eligible. Once you pass your 12th standard, you will be able to pursue this course.
Faizan is thanking you for answering his query.
Faizan, pleasure always. Thank you very much for joining us on this live session. If you
Yeah,
have any
and
other questions, please do feel free to write to me or connect with us on the last Sunday of every month. Yeah.
he's also asking if we also provide placement after the course.
Yes, of course. We assist all our students 20 years now that I've been training. And in the 20 years, not a single student of mine who would not have got a job. They've all got jobs. They all get jobs. Yeah. So come on over. This industry is in a big boom. It's in a big boom. And it's going to just grow bigger and bigger. I've said this in the past also, that I've spent 30 years in this industry, and in the last 30 years, the growth that I have not seen in the last 30 years, that growth, or much more than that, is going to be coming up in the next 10 years. So you can imagine what it is going to be like. You can always Google and find out the aircraft order placed by the airlines based in India. They are massive. To have those aircrafts, to fly those aircrafts, and to continue the business, they'll definitely require a lot of human capital, and a lot of good opportunities coming up in India.
So, how much fees? What is the fees of this course, and what is the time period?
The time duration is 4.5 months. You attend the class every day, 2 hours. It's a part time course. I've always called this short term, long gains. It's a very short term. 4.5 months is not long. 4.5 months is the duration. For the fees, I would request that you call us or you write to us, because the dollar rate keeps on changing. We provide the fees according to what the dollar rate would be, because we remit the fees to Canada, Ayata, who's based in Canada. So you can always call us and check with us before the batch begins. We let you know about the fees.
Akansha has a question. Can we become air hostess after doing this course?
This course does not have anything to do with air hostess training. We don't train for being air hostess, but there have been many of my students who did this course, who took this route to get into the airlines. They got into the airlines, and when airlines have openings for the cabin crew, they first float out those vacancies internally, to all their own employees, and that's how they applied, and they became air hostess. They're flying now. I have Aarti, who was my student, and she's flying Qatar Airways now. And there are a couple more. I can't remember the names now. But this course will not have to do does not have anything to do with air hostess. So, but you can always get into an airline, and as I said, wait for an internal opening then, and get into becoming a cabin crew. Yeah.
So that's it. That's all the questions from YouTube.
Hmm.
If we have more questions from Facebook or Instagram, then we can take them.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we will call it off for the day.
Yeah, okay. So it was a great session. It was a pleasure for me being here on this Sunday morning. And I would like to thank all of y'all who joined in and who poured in your questions. You can look forward to being with me again on the last Sunday of next month, which I think is the 31st of March. Is it, Rishabh? Yeah, 31st of March is the last Sunday for March. And that's when I'll be coming live again to answer all your questions. Do get connected. 11 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So this session we end here. I wish you all the
So
very
before ending,
best.
we'll just take one more question.
Huh.
It is from Hitesh. Now, what he's saying is that he is ITA qualified and he has done his ITA, but no travel agency is hiring him because he's a fresher and only MNCs will be hiring. But MNCs are very far from his home. So, what is the best suggestion we should give to him?
No travel agencies. I didn't get that question.
What
Read
he's
that.
saying is that travel agency, he's not able to land a job in a travel agency. MNCs might be hiring him, but then MNCs are the company is far from his home. So should he travel or should he look for? He's just asking for a suggestion. Should he try in travel agency only?
Well, if you're ready to travel and if you're young enough to do that, to travel, I would suggest that travel and go pick up a job with an MNC. Why not? And I always tell all my students, Rishabh, the first door that opens up for you, the first door that opens up for you, put your foot in. Once you have your foot in and once you get into the industry, that's how you start gaining your knowledge, and that's how you start collecting your experience. So please don't wait, Hitesh. If there are no travel agencies close by which are hiring you, and if it's a MNC which is going to hire you, and if it is far off, please travel a little bit. Yeah, take up that, grab that first opportunity. The first opportunity is important. Once you get that, and then you'll start gaining experience, those agencies will definitely look at you once you are a little experienced.
Sure.
Okay, so we would end this session, Rishabh. Now
Yes, we
it's
will end the session.
I wish all of you all the very best and good luck